Mr. Houston, you've just finished filming for Under the Volcano around Cuernavaca, and I'd like to know what the film is all about.
Well, it's from a novel by Malcolm Lowry that's become something of a masterpiece in the minds of this generation. It was written, the scene is back in the 30s. It's about a British consul who's an alcoholic, and it spans the last 24 hours of his life.
Te van a dar velas para que las estés encajando en el suelo. Antonio.
20 years since the Night of the Iguana, and 35 years since the Treasure of the Sierra Madre, John Huston is back in Mexico to make a film version of Malcolm Lowry's novel, which ever since its publication in 1947 has been coveted by some of the world's finest film directors.
Albert? I want to start with him drinking.
You want to start with him drinking?
And we'll just restage that material right down here.
Okay.
With him taking a drink from the bar.
Huston chose as his production designer the distinguished Mexican painter Günter Gerso, who had designed Luis Buñuel's first 3 Mexican films, as well as John Ford's The Fugitive. Gerso redesigned the entire center of the town of Yautepec so that it would look like Cuernavaca in 1938. For this, his 36th picture, the 77-year-old director was reunited with executive producer Michael Fitzgerald, for whom he directed Wise Blood. Behind Huston is his son Danny. No one but Albert Finney was ever seriously considered for the role of the consul. Finney speaks with producer Wieland Schultz-Keil, who with fellow producer Moritz Bormann secured the rights to the book. The renowned Mexican actor Ignacio Lopez Tarso plays the consul's friend Dr. Vigil. Lopez Tarso has been a matinee idol for over 30 years, as well as one of Latin America's finest actors.
I hope that this picture penetrates through to the essence of Lowry's book. There's an awful lot of literary allusion to be got through, but certainly I hope that it reflects the spirit of the book in every way.
Poquito de brandy.
Poquito de anís.
Poquito de tequila.
Poquito de whiskey?
Poquito de mezcal.
No, I draw the line at mezcal. Never touch mezcal. The will of man is unconquerable. I go thirsty before drinking mezcal.
He's loco. Mezcal is just the tequila of the poor.
Mezcal is for the damned. Can I get up for a minute, John? Sure. Yeah, sorry.
The production supervisor was Huston's longtime associate, Tom Shaw.
Silencio!
All right, get down. I say, is everything all right? What's the matter here?
What? Nothing. Fine.
Fine, but I saw you lying in the middle of the road.
No, I'm all right. Absolutely fine. Thank you very much.
But my dear fellow, I mean, you were lying right here. I could have run you over. There must be something the matter. Whatever. There must be something the matter. Fine.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yes, sure. Fine.
Yes.
We bring Jim out of the and do this. No, just I say, let's see, just walk from the and don't say, is there something matter from the car?
No.
Because you don't see really. Is everything all right? Would I be getting out of the... Is everything all right? That's right. Now here, all right. Now what's the matter here? You look at it. You just look at it first. I will have a cut down.
Okay.
And Albert could turn his head.
Trailers. Visita mi canal.
I think we come back to him.
There's a second line.
Second line.
And then I jump up after
Then
that.
you jump up after that. So it's until Albert jumps up.
Action!
I say, is everything all right? I say, what's the matter here?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Cut.
Okay, my man? Okay.
As director of photography, Huston selected the Mexican master Gabriel Figueroa, who photographed Night at the Iguana for him. Figueroa has worked with many great directors in a number of styles, ranging from the ornate chiaroscuro of John Ford's The Fugitive to the sparse realism of Buñuel's Los Olvidados.
Ahí empezamos. Muy bien, hermano. Un poquitito.
Hey, you! You old snake in the grass!
Hello, gentlemen.
Got a surprise, huh? Yvonne appearing like this calls for a celebration. Oh, God, I forgot. I haven't got a drop in the house. What kind of a host does that make me? I just popped out for the champagne, bumped into an old college, a maudlin man. Sit down, you two.
Anthony Andrews co-stars with Jacqueline Bisset and Albert Finney.
Great success. She was looking well, isn't she? Huh? Mexico agrees with him.
Jacqueline Bisset plays the consul's wife, and Anthony Andrews his half-brother, Hugh.
Results are beginning to show. I feel strong as a horse. Strong as a horse. All due to Hugh's wonder drug, Kilokio. We could all have a strychnine. Excuse me. I'll amuse yourselves for a few moments. I'll tidy up a bit.
Well, when you go to make a scene, instead of approaching it in the conventional way, doing first a long shot, then moving the camera in and doing a medium, and finally close and shots and then close-ups, to discover the key to the scene, the shot, a shot that will best open the scene. And thereafter, when you've found that shot, the rest follows suit. It tells you the way to shoot the entire scene. Yes, now hold it.
Hold it.
If we get that so it happens right here.
Okay, we can do that. While we're waiting,
Yes.
going fast.
You can come out of the door.
While we're waiting for you,
Yes.
it's just there.
So it'll be like this. How about you see it?
Put it right there.
So Jackie comes out,
Yes.
and I'll come out.
Yes, this one.
And then... Non si puede vivir sin amar.
What?
One cannot live without love.
Now, if she said, is there any taxi? And then we heard...
This is the third film Roberto Silvi has edited for Huston.
No, because she doesn't react.
No, but I mean, if we shot it over
Oh,
here.
yeah, sure. Oh,
She
yeah.
said, is there a taxi?
Oh, yeah, sure.
And as she says this line, she hears his voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Would that do
and
it?
then, sure.
That would save
But
everything.
she has to go, react and go towards the door immediately. Yes.
I see. So we have to redo that.
Yeah.
Sure. Why did you say so in the first place?
Well,
yeah, I mean, you come around.
Hey, Hugh. Close.
No, bravo, you just shoot him off.
Near the town of Tepoztlan, where the Magnificent Seven was made, Houston stages one of the film's most beautiful but foreboding scenes.
Action!
Ha prohibido.
Ellen is.
Oh, Christ.
Are you Dr. Tomlin?
Sí.
Come on, Jeff, let's get him on the
Don't
bus.
touch.
Hugo, tell him I want one. Has he ever seen an animal die with a convulsion, you know? What?
All the time?
I want you to tell him. No, just at the finish.
Okay.
At the very, when after the last line, before he says it's too late. Now, did you see money?
Yeah, we saw money.
Well, that's not too bad. Is there blood? Do you see blood on it?
Yes.
Did Manuel see blood on it?
We saw a couple of coins.
A couple of coins. You see blood on the coins? It's not well done, then.
I would say no.
All right, let's do it properly.
We have to help him. We look.
Cut.
In Lowry's novel, a critical scene takes place at a charreada, a common weekend spectacle in rural Mexico. In Houston's film, the charreada is replaced by a bullfight. Houston says, it's really just a technical difference. It's simpler to do a few passes with a bull than to have someone ride a bull. The bullfighting sequence takes place at the Hacienda Vista Hermosa, an estate built in the 1520s by Hernan Cortés.
Why don't we have the three of them? Why don't we have them showing them to their
Houston's friend and driver of many years, Arturo Sarabia, plays a small role in the film.
They were looking, a lot of actors from Mexico City, they went to get that part. But the part, they want certain men to fill it up the script. So they one day they look at me and said, "That's Mr. Cervantes." So I turned around and said, "Where? You? Me? Oh no, I never been acting. I'm not an actor. From now on, you're going to act." So they give me the script. Since that time, I start. I leave another personality. You see, I leave Mr. Cervantes' part.
The German friends here, they even get into the fish.
What's a fried potato?
Ah, German fried. Ah, see.
What is spectral chicken at the house?
Pollo a la casa.
Shall we try the spectral chicken?
Sounds heavenly.
Pollo para todos, por favor.
Gracias, señor.
Gracias. What a charming man.
But you're courageous children, but you're courageous children, but you're courageous children. Mamita mia did not disgrace you, did not.
Hey,
todos.
A handicap or what race? What sort of
The
race?
Saturday was the grade one, the Futurity in Belmont
Oh,
Park.
grade one?
Yeah.
Jesus. And
trained by Woody Stevens.
Well, you're in the chips, that's all.
I can go home now, can't
You
I?
can sure as hell
Rap,
go
I could take my wig off and throw it in the middle of the arena.
Absolutely.
I might, you know.
Just might.
Just might.
Avenge them, we shall avenge them.
I've now read the book about 4 times. I mean, I'm reading it now as a film because it is interesting to read the book. Because obviously the screenplay is such a distillation of it, such a reduction of it. And it's just nice to remind oneself of the things that are underneath. I mean, there's a marvelous line I keep remembering. Somewhere a butterfly is flying out to sea, lost.
Yes.
You know, things just...
Yes.
Lines like that.
Sure.
It's a nice guy.
Guy Gallagher.
Yes.
Yes, but that's all right for John. And it would lose better in the bull ring than on the battlefield, which is pretty fucking bad. I have him the line, I can say it. It's almost as bad as some of the lines you've written. Almost, not quite.
Sort of the good ship Samaritan, whose hands, these very hands, managed to have been flung 7 German officers into a fiery furnace. One after the other, kicking, squealing.
Tail gets taller each time it touches.
Feminine innocence bears guilt of world on shoulders. Bears your guilt as well, doesn't it? Invited the handful of dust he got. Cervantes, tequila!
Very, very good. Now,
Very good, boys.
right from that.
Right from him jumping in.
Yes.
Ramon Olvera with his son Alberto, who doubled for Anthony Andrews in the bull ring.
Yes, he can be on the double.
Oh, okay. But you know the double's right underneath us now.
On the double now.
All right, so you go out with the double.
Turn the camera.
Honey?
All right, Randy.
Now let's get close. Camera's close.
On the same.
On the same
action.
From the time they run out.
Right. Then this camera will be 100. 100
All right, whatever it is, close.
38R, toma uno.
Where's John? We better do that once more. Once more. You have to load?
How's Tony get
behind here?
Well, I'll have men on both sides.
There's the ball.
Right.
The ball will have to be standing.
Right. And Tony here.
Tony here, having finished his passes.
And making a couple of
He'd be, oh no, there's no more passes to be made.
Okay.
Well, so we're really, yes, but that's, he could just salute the audience. But that's all.
Yeah. Do you want to try to do some passes with him?
Well, he can't possibly. I don't.
Should we just see if we can do this? If we
By
can't
all
do it, we'll
means,
just forget
let's see
it.
it. We can't do it.
We'll
Forget
just,
it.
okay.
Yeah. Because I hate to do phony stuff.
Yes, the real stuff.
When it's so, when the real is so good as this.
I'll just go like that. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here.
All right. I'll just go like that.
We can photograph him doing it without the bow. In fact, just to walk away, towards the.
The bull just sort of stands there. And
yes, the only thing is, you can't be absolutely sure that the bull is going to stand in the posture that you just assumed.
Ahora va a salir, mira, ya. Cuidado.
Running low on film.
Calma. No, momento. Ajá. Ahí deténlo. Ahí deténlo. Okay, watch out. Get away! Wait! You better go inside. Go! Pull in the bottom. Where is he?
¡Cállense, hombre!
Por favor, déjenme hablar.
Anthony, slam it. Slam it.
now wait. What's going to happen? Ralph, it's not necessary that you.
Tommy, what's going to happen now? Do what? Yes. I don't want any of this. I don't want Tom. I don't want him in the ring with the bull.
I think while we're ahead, we should.
Did they get anything of that in the...
And the top camera, you got too close. We got the bull coming in.
Tápate. Cuidado, ma.
This should spring out of this excitement. It's happened right here. You understand? It was come immediately out of the excitement. Albert does. No, there's nothing he says.
You want me to hold my line till I'm facing you? We're leaving.
You don't need to hold your line.
No.
No, don't need to do anything. Don't need to do anything mechanical. For mechanical reasons.
No, it wouldn't be mechanical reasons. No.
I don't understand that. We'll see.
Yes. There's nothing holding us here any longer.
No, there's nothing holding.
You don't need to. You can interrupt your walk. You don't. It doesn't need to be a promenade. You can. Wait, Jack. Come on. There's nothing holding us here.
No, there's not.
You don't need to stay there any longer. Just do what you feel like, darling. Because it'll work, whatever you do.
Holding us here any longer.
No, there's nothing.
No. Now we're here a little bit sooner than that line. Is that all right?
All right.
Where are we?
Start again?
In another place. A new place would give us a better chance.
Why not? Why not? Just for Jesus' sake, let's go.
We could go north to Maine or Canada.
Yes, anywhere.
Find a cabin, slap back on the sea, cliffs,
Heathen man with a sap. Wear a small pair in a cove.
We could, Jeffrey. We really could. We could live on very little.
Kitus Trailers. Visita mi
Draw
canal.
water from a deep well. Chop our own wood after all. I'm still as strong as a horse.
What's all this? Yeah, okay. Right, up to there. That's right.
Oh, can't sit this way? Oh.
Is that the finish?
Just
Yeah,
look.
cut there.
Look. Yeah, we cut there. We cut here. You look up. Yeah.
Where the children I might have had, drowned to the rattling of 1,000 douchebags.
Don't be a bloody swine.
Honey. There were short discussions privately with notably Albert. It was about the degree of drunkenness when he bared his innermost feelings, what condition he was in then, how drunk or how sober. Say the lines about him. Veins like a lace. There's a line in the script about a fine dividing line between not having drunk enough and the abyss of drunkenness. Our speculations ran between those two extremes. They should be there. Yes. Shouldn't have to reach for them.
When has she ever been a wife to me? Where are the children I might have had, drowned to the rattling of 1,000 douchebags? You, on the threshold of paradise, puffing over her gills like a codfish, veins like a racehorse, brave as a goat, hot as a monkey, salt as a wolf in pride. Let them wallow in their bliss with my blessing. Hell's my preference. I choose hell. Hell is my natural habitat. Okay. Right, next.
The only thing to do is to hit him on the nose. Yeah. I've been asked by journalists what was behind his drunkenness. There's been speculation on the part of those who've written about Lowry that perhaps it was the council's court-martial, the event that led to his court-martial when he was supposed to have put German officers into the fiery furnace of his Q-ship, or his crew did that and he had to answer for it. Did this lead to his drunkenness? I prefer to think not, that his drunkenness is rather godlike. And along those lines, I wonder where God has been for the last, well, since World War II. If one can judge from the state of affairs in this, on the planet Earth, why he's not in strict attendance. He's away on some other constellation, probably on a bat himself.
The climactic scenes of Under the Volcano take place at a sordid bar called the Farolito. This is where Houston, shooting day and night for 3 weeks, would work out the final, inevitable scenes of the consul's tragedy.
Cut. All right.
Listos, my música.
Huston was enchanted by this 93-year-old fiddler, and even more enchanted when he learned the man had fought with Emiliano Zapata in the Mexican Revolution.
¿Verdad que no pasó nada? A ver, abra sus ojos.
Almost took my head off that.
Cuidado.
No, tú. Me da cosa.
To give the movie a greater sense of reality, these girls were cast in the same roles they perform in real life. They were so taken by their lives on the set they didn't want to leave when their scenes were over.
Action. Ay, miren a la maricona cómo se está arreglando. Píntate los labios, chula, para que te veas más bonita. Nomás que ponte el fundillote en la cabeza. ¿Qué pasó? Oye, ahí está el inglés. Ese yo lo conozco. What you want? Are you a man? I give you a beautiful girl.
No, gracias.
You always no gracias. No good, no gracias. I give you the most beautiful girl, and you say no gracias? You can. Everywhere. Take a look. It's wonderful. You want a little girl? Petra! See? Maybe you want a big girl? Sofía! Míralo. Con Sofía. You want a boy? Olga and be clean.
Always packing a gun and usually called Indio, Emilio Fernandez is an old friend of John Huston. During the golden age of Mexican cinema, he directed a series of visually stunning films photographed by Gabriel Figueroa.
Oye, el inglés que estuvo aquí hace 2 semanas, ¿te acuerdas de él?
Sí.
Míralo.
I have something for you. Mira, ve ahí a la cómo le sácame las casas que tengo el señor. No, my wife is collecting eggs. But you put the babies in this chicken run and the cock, peck out the eyes, baby.
Cut.
No, I think it's shit.
No, it's good, India. Do you want to do it again?
No, that's all right.
Let's do it once more. Let's do it once more if you would like that.
You know, my wife is stupid. You know what she did? She put the baby in the chicken run. And the cock out the eyes of the baby.
Cut. Very good. Good. All right.
Él va a tener unas buenas amistades que vienen de otra parte.
¿De qué parte?
Desde su misma tierra, sea de Francia, sea de por otra parte. Van a llegar a
very good
Estados Unidos.
relations.
Ha tenido amores, no nada más ahorita. Ha tenido amor con mujeres así, pero casado, ¿no?
Women with men.
Ahora tiene una...
No, what she said. That's what she said.
Shall I announce? Where's the loudspeaker?
No, you don't have to announce.
Screenwriter Guy Gallo.
You have identity that you are aware of, that you know, that you should be
Son
very
entre
careful of.
mismos.
An enemy.
Sí, son who is very
Entre
jealous of
que
you.
le tienen envidia, vaya.
That they envy you, your talent or whatever,
Entre de esos
and
mismos
they will try to
amigos.
harm you in some way or the other.
Someone asked me not too long ago that because there seem to be things in the film that are bizarre or grotesque, that I think John was specifically interested in the grotesque. And my answer then, and I think it's pertinent to this, is that I don't think John Huston is interested in the bizarre, but I think he's interested in boundaries. And this is the kind of situation in the novel where a character is at a boundary making decisions. And he's very sensitive to that kind of a crisis moment in character.
But I think my...
Steady here. think? Tell Maria to smile and laugh. Yes. Yes. And talk to him. Talk to him. Tell him yes. Tell him that she, Ralph. She can tell him that she loves him. She can tell him that she loves him and wants to make beautiful love to him, and that she will be that after her, he will never be satisfied with any other woman, and all kinds of things. Yeah. Right, dear. Right.
Tus trailers, visita mi canal.
Cut. Come in a little bit closer to rent. No, that's too much. There. Yes. Now, when we come around, I want they mustn't be their spread mustn't be any greater than this. If anything, less, because when we come around, I want to have them both in close up on the screen. There she is. I mean, you're rooted briefly.
Do you want me to take the initiative to get her out? Or let her go?
When she sees that, she'll just run.
Yes?
She stops. I mean, I just can't stop. Once more, right away. Like that. Right away.
All right, let's go.
Lluvia. Music. Música.
Pretty damn good. Cut.
Well, it's not the best for me, but you know, it's better.
It was very good.
I don't like colors like here.
All right, once more. Once more. Right. What, dear?
It's when you I know you're trying to get through, and I know it's part of the whole thing. But I'm so tight on you. If you come to abrupt stop like that, I'm in motion. I jump ahead of you, and I have to come back.
Well, what do I do?
If it can just be I know it's going to be a continuous.
I mean, it's like that.
No, that time you went like that. Yeah, I know it's the whole scene, but I can only do one continuous thing, or I know where you're going to stop. If I know where you're going to stop there, I'll stop there.
But it's like a stop, because I go this way.
All right, then I'll try and...
Stay still, that's where I'm going.
I think we just have to go for it, to tell you the truth. All right, here we go.
Tus trailers, visita mi canal.
Very good. Good. That's it.
Very nice. And this...
Print this one.
Print?
Yeah.
Old 10.
The curiosity starts here.
That's right, John. That's right.
And then I go up the rain to give it a...
over to there. That's right.
But I have to sort of check the number 7, don't I?
Or don't I? Do I?
Not really.
Not really?
No.
You want to steal mi caballo?
No, amigo mío. Amigo mío. Just looking.
Yes. Albert.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
Houston would say of Finney's performance, "I think it's the finest performance I've ever witnessed, let alone directed."
No, something is wrong with it.
He says, what are you doing?
Nothing. I can't tell that the world goes round. I'm going to wait here for my house to pass by. Then I'm going to go in and lock the door.
You want to steal mi caballo?
No. Just looking, amigo mío.
Por favor. Cut. All right. Action.
Él ya pagó por las bebidas.
Todavía no.
Él no ha pagado lo suficientemente por los muchachos.
They say there is trouble about you no pay. You no pay for a drink? You no have money? Hey?
See, I have money.
No, you don't have money. And now you steal mi caballo.
I don't know. I decided enough. I was just admiring your horse.
For why you look at mi caballo? I think you steal.
Yes. Just hold it for a minute now. Yeah. Randy.
Sir.
I don't want to bring him in with a zoom. I don't want to bring him in with a zoom. Okay. How the hell can I get him on the other side of that bar without zooming? I can't.
Unless we only have the bar out.
Oh, I'll do that, sure. We'll have to shoot.
But it's one move of the camera through and then to the other side of the bar, right?
Yeah, if we could follow them in. The bar splits, you know. The bar splits. The bar splits.
Bar down.
The bar splits.
The bar splits.
Bar splits. Oh.
That's the answer.
Bar splits, or if you move the bar down so that I can come directly
No,
here.
if the bar splits, that's the answer.
Tell me that split, Ralph.
Yeah. All right, action.
Él ya pagó por las bebidas.
Todavía no.
Él no ha pagado lo suficiente por la muchacha.
Oh. They say there is trouble about you no pay.
No, I paid the girl and I paid your friend.
No, you didn't.
I think you pay more.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Now wait. Now step back for that. Just you're right there. Touch it with your stick.
Shall I move the...
Yeah, touch it with your stick. Now you turn around. Maybe some of your questions, you step back and do your little dance as you ask the question. Do your belly roll as you ask the question instead of pushing up to him. Do that once maybe, but then afterwards, each time you ask him something, do this belly roll and step back to do it. Yeah, so that he can see you.
¿Cómo te llamas?
This man is chief of municipality.
Action.
Él ya pagó por la bebida.
Todavía no.
Él no ha pagado lo suficiente por la muchacha.
They say there is trouble about you no pay. You no pay for a drink? You no have money?
Sí, gracias. I have money.
No, you don't have money. And now you steal mi caballo.
No, decidedly not. I was merely looking at your horse, admiring it.
For why you wear black glasses?
I think it's maybe a spy.
And we shoot at the spiders in Mexico.
Sure.
You Roche is a spy?
No comprende. William Blackstone, frontiersman. You box coxies, you coxies. You murdered that Indian. Try to pretend that it was an accident. You stole his money, you stole his house. Leave me my letters! What letters, cabrón? Your name is Black. You have no letters. Give me my letters.
I blow you wide open from your knees. You chingado, you!
Action!
Y tus trailers, visita mi canal.
You swine! You murdered! Give me my letters! Night! On the poor! The people you wipe your feet on! Old men carrying their fathers! Philosophers weeping in the depths of his days! The beggars and the accursed!
I blow you wide open from your knees. You chingado, you!
Hold it! What is the... Mata la lluvia! Action! You murderer! Give me my letters! Christ! Only the poor! Only the people you wipe your feet on! Old men carrying their fathers! Philosophers weeping in the dust of his days! The beggars and the accursed!
I blow you wide open from your knees. You chingado, you!
Stop walking in your sleep! Stop sleeping with my wife!
All I know is they look right in the head. Okay.
We can begin anywhere we want to.
Yes.
I mean, in any position. Your target is down there. Wherever it's prepared, they can prepare it further over, for that matter.
In your sleep, stop sleeping with my wife.
Yeah.
I'm going down on this too.
Choo-choo.
And then the other one. See, when I get that first one, I lose the use of that. I'll spin, but I'm going, it's a very steep incline, and John wants to see the next shot in that dive. On my second, guess, John?
Yeah.
The first shot starts me on a spin, and then as that leg comes round, there's another one, which you see.
Yeah. There.
Okay, and then I'm down.
And you're down.
And the other two shots have to be done separately.
That's right.
Because of the wiring.
Right. You all right? And here we were in the jungle, not knowing, quite impossible to find our way back.
At 3 a.m, between takes, Houston tells a story that took place when he was making The African Queen.
We brought our things in one bag, and it had in the bag a couple of bottles of scotch too, and a deck of cards. days. Well, we played stud poker the whole night, and the bugs began to come. We drank, between us, about a bottle and a half of scotch. Just trying to get drunk enough to not care what was happening to us. We were being bitten all over, so we couldn't, there was no use hitting our legs or anything anymore. They were up all over us. I've never seen anyone in his condition. There were bites on bites, and he'd slept through this. His whole body had to go to the hospital. He was in the hospital for about 6 weeks.
Okay.
Hey, quiet!
Turn.
Running.
Rolling.
Action!
Swine! You murderers! Give me my letters! Christ! Only the poor, the people you wipe your feet on. Old men carrying their fathers, philosophers weeping in the dust will be saved. The beggars and the accursed. I blow you wide open from your knees, you chingados, you. Stop walking in your sleep. Stop sleeping with my wife.
Cut. Very good.
Good, Jeff.
Yes.
Yeah, there wasn't much there.
Wasn't much blood, but...
No blood. Well, you saw it, didn't you?
John, I truly cannot exactly... I know his leg was turned to camera.
Let's see how much blood there is on him. I saw the leg. I couldn't tell.
Well, I mean...
Let me see how much there is there.
I mean, I'm moving so much quickly after it, John, you wouldn't see a lot
That's
of it.
all right. That's all right.
Okay.
Sure.
We're going to see later,
Sure.
aren't we, anyway?
Sure. Okay.
In take two.
I think we better push Albert over the edge.
Everybody covers, right, John? And you win, that becomes 200 million.
That becomes, you got 200 million in front of you.
Why?
Because you won.
So you won that
You made 100 million bet.
Yes, but that's your money.
No, it's your money. It's the money of the player.
Right, if I make 100 million bet and I win, right? Now I have 200 million in front of me. Yeah. But 100 is still mine.
At 4 a.m, Houston explains the finer points of baccarat and chemin de fer.
5, 7. You win.
So I win the 200 million?
Yes. 200 million.
And the shoe?
Yeah. No. Pass over. Pass to me.
The shoe now passes to you.
But I win the 200 million.
Yeah, you won.
It's so final.
There's nothing you can do there, John, at baccarat or chemin.
So dry. What a dingy way to die.
Y tus trailers, visita mi canal.
Once more, we may as well change all the stuff and do it again.
Okay.
Quiet! Silencio!
I turn. They went on me.
Ready.
And action.
A dingy way to die.
Choo-choo! Choo-choo!
All those privileged to be on the set the final night of shooting, which lasted from sunset to dawn, will never forget how Houston's presence completely dominated the evening.
It looked very good, Wieland. 2 questions. I couldn't see Jackie's face. That's one thing. The other is, it looks like moonlight and rain at the same time. Ask Gabby about that. Over.
I didn't quite understand the second question, John.
It looks like moonlight and rain at the same time. Gabby, take those off, for God's sake. Let me talk to you.
Okay.
Yes. You like them. You like them, don't you?
Very much.
Now the shot of him.
Close up of Albert.
Of Albert. Now, I wonder, there are 2 ways of doing it. In either way we do it, we should see darkness first, only dark, and then as though a cloud passed over the moon. The rain stops, and his face or body is just faintly illuminated.
Like the moonlight?
Like moonlight.
Okay.
The rain stops, and a cloud passes.
All right.
Leaves the moon, and there's moonlight. Cut. I think we've had it. Who's there? Who am I talking to? Over.
There you go.
Are you there? Whelan or Tommy or whoever? Over.
This is Whelan here.
Do you think we can improve on that? Does anyone think we can? Over.